We are preparing for the next speaker, a truly inspirational being. We're very honored to have this gentleman with us. He is very active as a peace activist. He edits a marvelous magazine called Resurgence, which I'm sure many of you are aware and conscious of. Indeed, I can spot from the corner of my eye some copies on the table there. And always a tremendously inspirational read. And indeed, a mantle of leadership. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's so wonderful for you to be here. You've chosen this ocean of divine experience above the river. And it's a great day for you to be here, actually. There's a little bit more comfort in the room. Many wonderful things to experience in the hall. I've seen many of these festivals, and for me this is the best ever. It's just a fantastic thing. It's a wonderful step forward for us all to be present in this beautiful auditorium. This is our new home. And indeed, you can count this as your home. And this is a place where you come and you network and you realize that you're certainly not alone in the concept and vision that you have for peace and oneness amidst all humanity. What a great gift it is to share this. And I often say, for us who have the great blessing to be part of this team, we are actually more, I might consider, to be family. And may we embrace you as family as well. It's so wonderful for you to be here. I think we're ready. Peter, you ready? Okay, so let me just I have to do the housework, get all the microphones all ready. So again, welcome. We greet you all. And allow me, please, just to read so that I'm really precise in what we're about to experience. We need to focus the mind, body, and spirit and connect it with humanity in a natural world. Editor of Resurgence magazine and peace activist, Satish Kumar speaks on how we can achieve this. What a blessing, what a great honor it is. Please warmly welcome Satish Kumar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. I'm not going to be on the stage. I'll be closer to you so that I can look and make connection with the eyes and the faces. This is a festival of the mind, the body, and the spirit. There are two levels of mind, body, and spirit. One is could call the self-centered mind, body, spirit, which means my mind, my body, my spirit. But I would like you to go on a different journey and connect your mind and your body and your spirit with a greater mind, a greater body, and a greater spirit. Like in my body, I have arms and an organ, legs as an organ. Our human body is an extension of the earth body. We are members of the earth community. Our body will not exist if there was no air. Every moment that we exist because we breathe the air. Our mind, our body, our spirit cannot exist without breathing the air. This is why our spirit, the word spirit, comes from air. Inspirare, expirare. And when you stop breathing, you are expired. And so we survive, we thrive, we live by breathing the air, drinking water, eating food which comes from the soil. We survive because of the rain and the sun and the moon. We are not alone. We are not my mind, my body, my spirit. We are part of the earth body. We are part of the earth mind. There's a very famous scientist in England called Steve Hawking. And he wrote a book called A Brief History of Time. And the last paragraph of his book is called, if we know this and that and that and that, we will know perhaps one day the mind of God. Now, I want to tell Mr. Hawking, come to me to India or to this Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, and I show you how to connect and touch the mind of God. The moment you expand your consciousness, that you are not just in this one little body, but you are connected. You are microcosm of macrocosm. You are the entire earth and the entire universe and the sun and the moon and the rain and the earth and the soil and the consciousness and the imagination and the creativity, which is God's gift to all beings upon this earth. If you connect with this expanding consciousness, you touch the mind of God. And so, our mind is not an isolated, disconnected, separate mind just in this one body. Our mind is a part of the mind of God, the mind of the earth, the mind of the universe. And according to Indian Hindu philosophy, the God is not separate from the world. God is not sitting there behind the clouds, somewhere in heaven, in the sky. We don't see, but he has a sort of invisible strings, and he is controlling everybody. This is not the idea of God. The Hindu idea of God is immanent. In everything, God is within you. God is within the grass and the grasshopper, within the trees and the flowers. God within the earthworms. God within the bees and the wasps. God is everywhere. So when you can see God with your sacred eyes, the third eye, then you are connecting with the mind of God. And so I would like you to see that human beings are not separate from the earth. Our healing, our health cannot be just by taking care of this body. If our planet is sick, if our planet is ill, unhealthy, we cannot be healthy. Human beings cannot be healthy on a sick planet. So we have to connect and make sure that our water is clean, our air is clean, we don't pollute the atmosphere, we don't create global warming, we don't create climate change, we don't pollute the soil by chemicals and fertilizers and pesticides and herbicide, and we do not destroy the planet Earth upon which our health and our well-being depends. Human beings are not separate. We are all related. We are all connected. Only connect. The great English writer E.M. Foster, who wrote the Passage to India, he coined this term, only connect. So at this moment, we have so many problems in our society. The banks are failing. They don't know how to count money. They are so much in delusion and illusion, they don't know how to take care of themselves, because the real bank is not the Barclays Bank and the HSE Bank and the Bank of England. The real bank is the Earth Bank, the Nature Bank. When you put a tiny, tiny seed, an apple seed, in the soil, like you are depositing 10 pounds in a bank, you have deposited 10 pounds, you deposited one apple seed in the soil. Now, I don't know how quickly you get only 0.5% interest at the moment in your bank. So mean, so insignificant interest you get from it. But if you put seed in the ground, that seed will come as a tree, apple tree. And that apple tree will give you, from that one seed which you deposited in the earth bank, in the soil bank, that one seed will go thousands and thousands and thousands of apples. And not 1 year, not 5 years, not 10 years, but for 40 years, 50 years, a proper standard apple tree will give you fruit. That one little seed you deposited, this is the real interest that you get. And not only that you get apples, in every apple, you get your money back. The original money you put, the seed, you get it back. And not only one, every apple has at least 3 or 4 seeds. Isn't it a miracle? Isn't it a magic? That is the true bank that we have forgotten. And we think that the wealth is in my bank account, the check account, the Visa card. But if you go to apple tree full of apples, juicy, aromatic, delicious, sweet, your money which you get from Barclays Bank or Visa card is not sweet, it's not aromatic, it's not juicy, but the money you get back from the earth is sweet and juicy and aromatic. And if you have bank account in your bank, no one can get your money from the bank. No one can get. Only you can get, and even then you say, what is your mother's name? What is your father's name? What is your birthday? Even they don't trust you, your money. But look at the nature bank. Nature bank, you put one seed in the earth bank, it gave you 1,000 apples every year. And not only you get your fill of apples, you can eat apples to your heart's content. But anyone else can come to that apple tree. A child can come. An old person can come. A saint can come. A sinner, a prisoner can come. A white man, a black man, a woman, old, young, animals, birds, wasps, bees, everybody can have apples, and they will never ask you, what is your mother's name? What is your father's name? What is your birth of date? Have you got your Visa card? What a miracle. Please tell me which is a real bank. Please tell me which bank do you trust and believe? Do you trust in your Barclays and HSBC and Royal Bank of Scotland, which has to be rescued? Or do you believe in Earth Bank, Nature Bank? So, our humanity at the moment has forgotten this very simple, very essential, very straightforward statement, an idea and principle that our true wealth is nature. Our true wealth is good land, good soil, clean water, clean air, good forest, good trees, human creativity, our skills to make furniture, our skills to make the buildings, build the buildings, that creativity, that imagination, and those skills, and that community, and the land, and the nature, that is real wealth. And money is only a measure of wealth, a convenient way to exchange goods and services. So I'm not against money as such, but at the moment money dominates and nature is forgotten. And we are prepared to despoil nature. We are prepared to destroy nature. We are forgetting money. We are prepared to cut down the trees to make money. We are prepared to pollute the water, put animals in factory farms, be violent to nature. We have forgotten that real wealth is nature, and we are thinking that we can destroy nature to make money, which is not real wealth, only a measure of wealth, a means to an end. And so, for me, the real challenge of mind, body, spirit is to expand this idea that we are just human mind, human body, and human spirit. And even then, not even human mind, human body, human spirit, but we often think of my mind, my body, my spirit, which is too narrow understanding. From an Indian perspective, Hindu philosophy perspective, that's too narrow. We are part of a very bigger picture and a very bigger consciousness and bigger reality. If we can embrace that reality, then I think we can look after our planet, and there'll be no need for this economic crisis that we face today. The British economy is in debt. The French, the Italians, the Spanish, the Irish, the Greeks, everybody's in debt. America in debt. The richest country in the world going begging to China or India or other countries that please rescue our economy. What is the situation here? So it is happening because we have disconnected ourselves from the natural wealth. And so true capital is a nature capital. True capital is nature capital. And if you are a good capitalist, then you don't deplete your true capital in the name of this revenue. And so we are not true capitalists, we are only money capitalists. So I want to bring this nature idea into this conversation, into this festival. And as in the introduction you heard, I edit a magazine called Resurgence. And you may have heard of another magazine called The Ecologist. Now the Ecologist and Resurgence are going to come together from the September-October issue. The two magazines will become one magazine to make a stronger and a more united movement for the environment, for ecology, for nature, for the protection of our planet Earth, and connecting humans as part of the Earth body. Every human being is like a finger of the Earth body, or a toe of the Earth body, or a hair of the Earth body. We are members of the Earth body, Earth community. It's a living organism. The great scientist called James Lovelock, he has come up with the idea of Gaia. Gaia is the earth goddess, the Greek word Gaia, earth goddess. And he is a wonderful scientist, a good friend of mine. He has written many times for Resurgence and The Ecologist. And so he says that earth is a living organism, self-managing, self-controlling, self-organizing, self-healing, like a human body. But human body is only an extension, an organ of the earth body. So if we can have this idea that this universe and the earth within it is not a collection of objects. The earth is not a collection of objects, but it is a communion of subjects. It's a wonderful thinking that we have to have, that the earth is not a collection of objects, it's a communion of subjects. So if we can see the living tree as a living abode of God, Isha Vashyamidam Sarvam, this is the Upanishads, which says the everything in this earth is a body of the God. Earth is the body of God. Can you remember when you go from this mind, body, spirit conference, please go with one sentence in your mind, and that is the earth is the body of God. It's a home of God. Isha Vashyamidam Sarvam. Home of God, body of God. And if you have that consciousness, then you take care of the planet Earth, you take care of the earth, with it air, water, fire, all the elements of the earth, and look after the earth, take care of the garden, take care of your soil. And then Ayurvedic tradition, from Ayurvedic tradition, if the earth is good, all the herbs coming from it will be the healing. Heal you. If you have polluted earth, herbs have lost their potency. It's no good going to Ayurvedic doctor and getting herbs which are produced from a polluted soil. So the herbs can have only their potency and their healing power when the earth is good, organic, clean, in good heart, when land is in good heart. And so the message of Resurgence magazine and the Ecologist magazine is to maintain this deep and profound and spiritual relationship between the humanity and the earth. And that is the message of peace. Because at the moment, we are not making peace with nature. We seem to be like at war against nature. The way we put our animals in factory farms, the way we pollute the earth, and we pollute the water, and destroy the rainforest, and overfish the oceans. All that is like being at war against nature. If we want to protect the earth and natural world and make peace with the earth, then you can have peace in society. And when you have peace in society, also you need to have peace within your heart. So in India we say, Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Shanti in Sanskrit means peace. So we say 3 times. We say, make peace with yourself, and make peace with people, and make peace with the earth and gods. Only peace cannot happen. Peace cannot happen only in your personal life if there is no peace in society, and there is no peace with nature. So this is a triple piece of Indian philosophy which I want to bring you: an ecological message, an environmental message, and a holistic message, a Gaian message, and a message of earth body, earth mind, earth spirit, and then human mind, human body, human spirit, and then my mind, my body, my spirit. They are all connected. There is a continuum. There is no separation. My mind cannot exist without the mind of the society. And the social mind cannot exist without the mind of the earth and God. And so I would like this festival not to be exclusively restricted to just human body healing without the healing of the earth. So thank you very much. Thank you. I have half an hour with you, and I've spoken for 15 minutes because I want to have some time for some questions. And Sharon, you will have microphone. So if anybody would like to ask questions or participate a bit of a discussion, that'll be good. And Sharon has a microphone to give you. Anybody would like to ask some questions? Any questions? Any questions? No? Yes, please. Sharon, there, question.
Hello? Yeah.
After, yeah. Yes, please.
Like many, or probably almost everybody here, I have a strong spiritual practice, but I'm also by personality quite a sort of activist person. I like to do stuff as well to protect and help what we all believe in. Now, I have some friends who are highly political but with no spiritual particular practice, and they're all for, you know, sort of fighting the capitalist forces or whatever. And then I have other friends who are deeply spiritual but believe all we need to do is, you know, do nothing except polish our own spirituality. And I'm actually in both camps and completely maverick and coming at it from both angles with all my strength. I wondered what your thoughts were on this.
Yes, yes. Very good question. I would say that you are on the right path, my friend. This distinction between politics and spirituality is a wrong distinction. There is no distinction between spirituality and politics, or spirituality and science. When in Christianity they say Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, I always ask them, Father, yes, but where is the mother? Son, yes, but where is the daughter? And Holy Spirit, but where is the holy matter? So dualism, separation, disconnection can never be right. So you are absolutely right to say, like Mahatma Gandhi, he was a great political activist, but he was a deeply spiritual man. He was meditating every morning. He was praying morning and evening. He was spinning the spinning wheel. He was cooking the food. He was gardening. And he was making a political campaign against the colonialism, imperialism, and for the freedom of India and independence of India. And you can see the Dalai Lama. He is a great spiritual and at the same time political figure. You can take Aung San Suu Kyi in Burma. She's a great political figure and yet a very spiritual Buddhist person. You can take Martin Luther King, who was a great political hero and a leader. At the same time, he was a deeply spiritual man. So spirituality and politics Politics is external organization. Spirituality gives you the meaning and the values to that politics. If politics has no morality, no ethics, no vision, no spirituality, then that politics is like politics today. Our politicians are without spirit, and therefore they are always falling apart. And so spirituality and politics must always go together. If you are walking only on one leg, how far will you go? You will fall down. But if you are walking on two legs, you can walk everywhere without any problem. So the spirituality and politics are like walking on two legs. And those who walk only on one leg, spirituality leg, you fall down. Society falls apart. If you go only on politics and no spirituality, also you fall down, because then you are not integrated, not together. So those two go together. Any other question?
Hello?
Last question, yeah.
What you were saying about society and communities falling apart, how do you get them back together?
How to get back? Mahatma Gandhi said again, be the change you want to see in the world. We have to set our own house first together right. And then communicate your vision and values to others. If 100 people here communicate with 10 other people, there will be 1,000 people. If 1,000 people communicate with 10 other people, there will be 10,000 people. So you build a movement. But you build the movement on the firm foundation of your own good example, your integrity, your good work, your good life. So we have to live our principles, we have to live our values, we have to live our vision. And when we live our vision, then your personality, your words will shine. They will have true power. And therefore, the first step is to be the change you want to see in the world. And then second step is to communicate your values and your vision, like we are doing here in this festival and many other activities. And then join any good organization that speaks to you and work with them. No one alone can change the world. We have to work together in cooperation, in collaboration, in partnership with other organizations and other individuals. We can make a big difference. So that is the answer. I'm afraid my time is over now.